Hey guys, Ammo here,
with a special guest, Dauntus from Dauntus Gaming.
and in today's video, we're going to be showing you guys the most OP duo start known to mankind. This includes getting both of you the makeshift handgun by level 5, and all 4 of these S tier pals by level 19. Now, if you haven't already, go sub to Dauntus. He was a huge help making all of this video possible, but anyways, let's jump right into this.
Okay, so Ammo and I just spawned in. The first thing we're going to do is actually die a bunch of times. And the reason for this is to capture and get as many technology points as we can so that we can unlock stuff and build it really quickly. So this is a hack. If you guys haven't seen this, this is super good. So hit escape, click on respawn, and you're just going to die. So first, let's go to Eastern Wild Island.
So yeah, guys, once you get here, simply click unlock fast travel, and then go ahead and respawn. And then do that for every single fast travel point that you have from respawn. Alright guys, so if you didn't already know, this is going to help you get a huge boost with technology points. So once you do that, go ahead and respawn and then go back to the plateau of beginnings where you can meet your duo and start from there. Alright guys, once you guys are all the way back over here, make sure you and your duo get this last fast travel point that you guys can unlock right off the bat. And this will allow you guys to get a total of 6 technology points without having gotten a single level.
Anything that you can interact with on the ground, go ahead and pick it up.
So yeah, there's actually a first pal sphere right here, right east from the plateau of beginning. So go ahead and pick that up for your first ball. And then from there on, you guys can just simply mine a tree and a stone and then start getting the production going. Or you guys can simply find more pal spheres that are laying around, which should be enough for catching about 3 Cattivas. So guys, your first goal is going to be to catch 2 Cattivas that you can. Don't worry about what happened to this guy. He took a little mistake. But simply get you and your duo to craft a few spheres. Not too many because you can pick up a lot of them off the floor. And then once you guys have 2 Cattivas, we can move on to the next step. Die! Capture! 100%. Easy like that. And as you can see now, my teammate has went to bed. And the reason why is because we both need to respawn and meet up at one specific location so that we can go ahead and catch a crucial pal that we will need for the future.
And where you're going to want to go is to this Sea Breeze Archipelago. I think I said that right again. Castaway Beach, because you as a team need to catch yourself a couple of these Celerays.
So yeah, guys, as you can see, there's a Celeray right here. And as much as it seems like an unrelevant pal, don't worry, guys. This will become the most relevant pal in the future to create the most overpowered pal for later on. Also, guys, make sure you guys catch yourself a male and female Celeray for the future, just in case. But yeah, once you guys get him low enough health, just go ahead and try to capture him. And there we go. So guys, the next thing you're going to do now is go ahead and catch yourselves 3 Vixies each. And the way you do that is go ahead and go to fast travel and start from the plateau of beginnings and make your way up from there.
Now, if you guys don't know, Vixie is actually one of the best, most OP pals in the entire game that you can get early, because if you don't know, you put it on a ranch in your first base and it basically makes it to where you're swimming in pal spheres and you don't ever have to craft another pal sphere again. And that's what we're going to use to power level moving forward.
And guys, I think an important thing to note is that Vixie's spawn rate is very odd. So you just need to make your way towards the Rain Syndicate Tower and then just look around there for a few minutes and capture yourself 2 to 3 Vixies. So guys, I actually got lucky, and on my way here, we found 1 Vixie, and as well as Dauntus was able to manage to find a Vixie for himself as well. So make sure both you and your duo catch a minimum of 3, and if you guys need to, drop 1 Cattiva to make sure you guys have 3 Vixies, 1 Cattiva, and 1 Celeray.
So we got the first one, but again, if you just keep following this road straight, you're going to find a ton. So there's 2 extra Vixie over here right now. So let's go ahead and catch these.
So now guys, all we need to do is go ahead and set up our Black Marketeer farm. So this is now where we're going to split up. So guys, once you guys have caught all your Vixies that are needed, one of your teammates needs to stay right over here, right where you caught the Vixies. I'll put the coordinates on screen. And the other, aka me, is going to go all the way up to Eastern Wild Island where I can go and farm gold off a Black Marketeer. But before I go to my Black Marketeer, I'm just going to show you guys exactly where our main base is going to be located because it's right beside Dauntus' Black Marketeer. I'll put the coordinates on screen now, and the reason why this is going to be the main base location is not only that it's beside a Black Marketeer, but also the amount of nodes that will come with it is absolutely insane. Once Dauntus is here, aka your teammate, you just want to build your PAL box and then head to the Black Marketeer. The Black Marketeer is going to be situated just north from the base at the coordinates that I had mentioned earlier. But for reference, he's going to be right behind this little hill, right here where that egg is on the floor. With that being said, I'm going to show you guys how to start farming him from the other player's perspective. Alright guys, so from my perspective, all we need to go to is to Eastern Wild Island and then make your way up to these coordinates. While you guys are making your way there, it's also safe to mention that you guys should now be level 5 so that you guys can unlock the ranch. All right, so from there on, you guys want to make sure you have the PAL box unlocked and just go ahead and place it here. And make sure you and your friend are not in the same guild, or else this will not work and you won't be able to place another PAL box this early. Once that's built, go ahead and place yourself your first ranch just right around the corner. And also make sure that your PAL box is not in range of the Black Marketeer. Alright guys, so once you have your ranch built, you want to go ahead and do your base upgrades all the way up to level 3 so you can have 3 pals. It's pretty simple. You just need to build a wooden chest and deploy a work pal to your base. So the first step is to go ahead and just unlock your wooden chest right here, and then go ahead and get that built as soon as possible. And the reason for this is so that we have our Vixies making us spheres, gold, and arrows while we collect a bunch of gold from the Black Marketeer. So yeah guys, from here just go ahead and upgrade it once. And then for the second one, it's to build a shoddy bed and a primitive workbench, which are 2 very easy and simple things to do. And there we go, it's now completed. So once that's done, go ahead and do your last base upgrade. And from here on out, you can now add 3 pals to your base. And now I'm going to put all 3 of my Vixies right in the pal base. And as you can see, just literally 2 seconds of me crafting that bed, I've already gotten 2 pal spheres. So from here on out, we're going to now do the Black Marketeer trap until we get 70,000 gold. And let me show you how to do it. So guys, once you arrive to the Black Marketeer, you're going to need to make sure that you unlock 2 things from your technology points. It's the hanging trap and the campfire. Once you have those 2 unlocked, go ahead and place the first hanging trap right next to his feet and make sure it is touching for it to work. Once it's touching, just go ahead and place it, and it should put him in this position as a ragdoll basically. He's going to look like he's having a lot of fun, but in reality, he's not. And then from there on out, you just want to go ahead and place a campfire right below where the hoop is. And don't worry, it's going to show up as red. Just keep spamming it until it lets you place it. And eventually it will let you place it. Just make sure you get that correct position. Find it very slowly. And once you find it, place it.
Burn him.
So once that's built, it's going to start burning him very quickly. And the reason why you can't just burn him is because it's not going to count your character validation as punches. So you need to make sure you punch him a few times and do your own damage so the game registers it as a player kill. That way it drops a drop. If you guys don't end up punching him, he will not drop any gold coins or keys, which you will need to advance in this. And you're just going to wait here till he fully gives up. All right, guys, just as he's about to die, you're going to see that he will drop a gold key and 17,896 gold coins. And now you may be wondering what you're going to use this for. And we're going to go to immersion and buy ourselves a gun very early on. And the reason why is because you can also get 3 specific pals. Those pals being Petelia, Lunaris, and Relaxaurus, which we will all need to become very overpowered very early on. So make sure you look out for those specific pals before you kill them, and make sure you buy them before you kill them. And now once that's done, you're gonna go ahead and do this until you get around 70 to 80,000 gold coins to be on the safe zone. But if you want to be on the safe side, go ahead and get yourself 200,000 gold coins, and you'll be able to get everything we need in this entire guide without having to come back later. Now that he's dead, go ahead and just break the 2 traps and simply fast travel about halfway across the map and then come back after 5 seconds, and he should be right back in no time. Also, as you guys can see here in the ranch, by the time we killed 1, we have about 10 spheres laying around in this ranch. And the more you do this, we'll probably have around 100 spheres ready to go as soon as you have enough coins. And that's why we build that Vixie ranch beforehand. So from here, like I said, simply fast travel all the way to Forgotten Island. Wait here for about 5 seconds and then go straight right back. So once you're here, simply make your way back and you should see him right there. And as you guys can see, he's right back. And the good thing about this is that his pals will be fully refreshed. So make sure you check them out every time and get those 3 pals that are needed. But with that said, just go in and keep farming him till you guys find those specific pals. Alright guys, so once you guys have done that, as you guys can see in my inventory, I've got Lunaris, Relaxaurus, and Dauntus went ahead and caught Petelia. From there on out, as you guys can see, I have 230,000 gold coins. Now, you guys can also enhance your gathering. That way this can go faster for you guys. But if you guys did like me and Dauntus and went the old way, it's going to take you a little bit of time. But if you guys want to speed it up, go ahead and do that. But from here on out, you guys are now just going to go ahead and fast travel to Sea Breeze Archipelago Castaway Beach. And you guys are going to run along the beach, and I'll show you guys just how to do it to get to the Fisherman's Village.
Okay, where are we going now?
So right now we're going to go all the way up this coast until we reach kind of like the desert part. Once we're there, we're going to need to take a secret path where it's along the water just enough so we don't get actual heat resistance and don't get burnt. That way we can get to Fisherman's Point, go ahead and get that fast travel, and we can buy our resources from there. So guys, from here, you guys are going to just follow this exact path that I take along the coast until you reach this man-made kind of structure. Once you're there, you and your teammate will have to do this separately so you guys don't mantle on each other and don't mess up, so you guys still have stamina. So make sure to just follow this path that I'm taking and we'll go from there. Alright guys, so once you get to about right here, exactly pointing west, you'll see a few little rocks over here and this big handmade sculpture. So from here, you need to make sure you do have all your stamina regenerated, as you cannot lose out on it or else you will be in deep trouble. But anyways, from here guys, just go ahead and make your way through the water and make sure you can run or you can slow down. It doesn't matter. You'll still end up going the same speed, but make your way all the way up to this ledge right here and regain your stamina right here. Alright, so guys, from here is you're just going to keep swimming and then you're going to make your way up to this little mountain ledge right here. It's a little bit hard to see, but if it's daylight, you're going to see it pretty easily. And what you need to do is you need to try to get your character to basically climb. And from there, you'll end up mounting on and you'll be able to regenerate your stamina. Should be right around here. You'll see your character be able to do it. And from there, just go ahead and wait for your duo to come right over here.
Okay, where are we going from here?
So from here, we're just going to go all the way south to the left and follow along the water and basically do the same until we reach the beach.
Okay, so moving along, we're going to go straight to the left, which is southwest. And are we hugging the bay here or are we going to that?
So if we want to be on the safe side, you can easily just get onto here and regenerate the same way we did earlier. But yeah, so now once we got our stamina regenerated, just simply keep going this way and keep going along the beach and you won't burn. Obviously, you can do this if you have heat resistance, but because we are level 5 and 6, which is super low level to be doing this, we need to stick around here to be able to get the handgun super early. So guys, as previously mentioned, you just need to keep sticking along the edge of the water until you make it to the Fisherman's Point. And bear in mind that there will be some dangerous creatures along that water, so make sure you are away from them. But once you've made it here, simply just get the fast travel point and you guys are now in the safe zone. Alright, as you guys can see now, Dauntus is fully kitted, and as you guys can see by his level, he's only level 6 with a handgun and a full kitted heated armor. Now I'm going to show you guys exactly why that gold that we just farmed comes super in handy.
Sorry.
I'm going to show you guys why it comes super in handy here. If you go ahead and go to the green merchant right here, he sells a makeshift handgun and every sorts of ammo. The best part about this is he also sells heat resistant undershirt, which is going to be able to allow you to resist any heat from now on till endgame. So from here, we're going to go ahead and buy the handgun. We're going to go ahead and buy course ammo for this gun, which we're going to be safe with it and go ahead and buy about 160, which is why we got a ton of gold. We're going to buy a heat resistant under armor shirt and a heat resistant pelt armor. Now look at that, guys. We're already fully kitted at just level 5. Now also, the other thing that's great about this place is that there is also a PAL merchant right here. Now this PAL merchant has various amount of things to offer, but yeah, what we're going to be really looking for is for Reptiro, and the way you can get the specific PAL to come in at a certain time is you and your friend need to just log in and log out every time and just keep trying over and over. Or another way to do it is for both of you to fast travel super far, wait about a minute and then come back. Since PAL merchants do take a little bit longer than the black marketeer, for some reason that's how it works. I've found that every time I fast traveled and waited 5 seconds with PAL merchants, it didn't work. So just wait a little bit longer for these guys. And also there's another great one over here, which has to be hands down my favorite, because even till very late game, this PAL comes, not this PAL, but this merchant comes super in handy. So he sells everything from high quality PAL oil to high grade medical supplies. The best part about him for the moment being is that he also sells mega spheres, which you cannot get until level 14 minimum, and that's thinking if you have the right resources in hand. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna buy over 100 real quick, 100 of them, and that does cost 90,000 gold. So if you guys want to make sure you have a lot, just go ahead and get a little bit extra gold. And also another thing that's great about this guy is that he sells tomatoes and lettuce, which is great for making salads. If you guys don't know what salads do, they feed a huge amount of nutrition and they also help regenerate sanity for all of your pals, which will become very useful in the future. Not only that, if you're not much of a grinder and don't want to kill a million pals to get bones, don't worry, he sells it. And if you need those lettuce seeds and tomato seeds for those farms, you can go ahead and get them early on before unlocking them. Yes, we won't be able to unlock them at the moment, but we will be able to get them in the future. So get those while you can early. And just like that, guys, we now have 100 mega spheres, 100 pal spheres, a makeshift handgun, heat resistant pelt armor, and over 160 course bullets at level 5 with a bunch of overpowered pals. So now all we're gonna do is make sure we get that Reptiro before we leave this location, because he has level 3 mining and level 3 kindling, which is highly gonna help you get your base started up and running very quickly and efficiently. From here, guys, just go ahead and join your buddy's guild, and then you guys will be able to start on your main base. Now, as you guys can see though, it does say max number of bases exceeded, failed to join guild. The way that you fix that is simply by going on your map, go to the base that I did, which is gonna have to be this one. Go ahead and just hold to dismantle base, yes, and then request to join your buddy's guild again right here. Let me just come up to him, and you just have to hold F to join guild, and then you guys can now start making your base. Boom, 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 boom. So guys, now that you and your duo have joined the same guild, this is where you guys are going to prepare to build your main base, and you guys are going to be looking forward to getting Anubis, Jormuntide Ignis, and as well as Lyleen, super low level, 4 of the best pals that you can have late game, and you're going to get them as early as level 20.
All right, everybody, and the very first base, which is going to be the best early game base, is going to be just next to Chillet. So if you go to the fast travel point, and just to orient yourself, here's the Plateau Beginnings on the right-hand side. Chillet is just northwest of the Plateau Beginnings, and what we're looking for, there's like a little bridge next to Chillet that goes into this area here. That's the sweet spot. That's where we're going to go. So you can get there a couple ways. You can either go to the Raid Syndicate Tower entrance if you have that unlocked, or you can just go to the grassy Behemoth Hills. We're going to go ahead and go to the Rain Syndicate Tower and fast travel.
So guys, once you made it to here, just simply follow this path that I'm taking up the stairs and just go by this campsite. And then once you've made it past it, just simply turn to the right. You're going to see kind of like a cave, and then you're going to want to just climb above it and climb all the way up this mountain. Now do be aware that it will take a few tries if you don't stop to regenerate your stamina. So once you make it up here, you're good to go. Alright guys, so once you guys made it up here, you'll see why exactly we picked this location and why it's so overpowered and important that we come here is because it will have a total of 7 metal ore nodes ready for us, and that's why we previously got Reptiro, so he can start harvesting all that metal ore without us doing anything. The best part about this is that it's also pretty much raid proof except for one little entrance, which is the bridge that's south from your base. So you don't really need to get worried as much about getting raided. It won't happen as much as if you were all the way at the bottom. But anyways guys, this is when you and your duo can go ahead and place your pal box down and start building up your base. So guys, after a little bit of time, this is what we've built. So we've built 2 ranches. It's not very much needed, but unless you guys don't have every pal that we got, which I recommend you guys do, make sure you have at least 1 ranch down, and then you need to get your pal box level to level 5. So to get it to level 4, you just need a campfire and 3 pal straw beds, and then the next one is just a fruit box, and you'll see it when you do it, but once you get it to level 5, you'll have access to now 5 pals at your base. The reason why we want to make sure you get 5 is because you'll be able to put the 2 Reptiros that we got from the Fisherman's Point. You'll be able to put Relaxorus for watering, Petalia for planting, and the Vixie is going to be able to get more gold and pal spheres while you're away. Now, from here on out, guys, this is where the little bit more fun part for you guys is going to come, but this is where we need to get now XP. And the reason why we need to start doing this is because this is going to set us up to be able to get the 4 most OP pals by level 20, such as Anubis, Jormuntide Ignis, and as well as Lyleen. So before you guys end up leaving, make sure you guys have your pal spheres and your smiles ready, because this is going to be a fun little grind. And make sure you guys are looking for Nightwing, because by the time you're level 15, we'll be able to get our first flying mount, which is going to give us access to Jormuntide Ignis. And guys, your first challenge will come right across the bridge straight from your base, and it's going to be Chillet, which is going to allow us to get our first ancient technology point to get our egg incubator going. This one is going to be super easy for you guys because, as we showed, you now have guns, and I do 138 damage to the head at level 5 against a level 11 boss. How crazy is that, Dauntus?
This is nuts. And look at that. It's so easy. We're just doing a ton of damage. And look, it awarded us with the first ancient technology point. Ammo, did you get that too, or was that just me?
I also got it, so we now have 2 ancient technology points. So guys, from here you guys now have the ancient technology points, and your next goal is just gonna be to get to level 15. And as previously mentioned, the reason why is to get the Nightwing saddle, because we will 100% need that to get the Jormuntide Ignis egg. So go ahead and save yourself the hassle and just get the Nightwing as soon as possible whenever you see him while catching all those pals. And guys, this is where the Megasphere and Palsphere combo come in place. When you see a pal that's a little bit higher level, just go ahead and you can whip out your Megaspheres. Just do a little, tickle him a little bit with your gun, and then he's going to be a very high chance with your Megaspheres. So just go ahead and do that. And then for the low level ones, just use your Palspheres because there'll be a 40% chance without damage. Just make sure you don't headshot everyone with your gun because you'll most likely kill them in your first try. And guys, Dauntus here has already caught his Nightwing, so it's now my turn to catch my Nightwing. And just to secure it, I'm going to go ahead and use my Megasphere. And just like that, now, as you guys can see, I'm only level 9. So let's go ahead and power level through all these levels. And make sure to catch 10 so you guys get as much experience as possible. So guys, as you guys can see, Dauntus is level 15 and as well as me. So we can go ahead and go in our technology and quickly just unlock the Nightwing saddle. And as well as you guys can see, we got that ancient technology point from Chillet, so go ahead and unlock that egg incubator. And from here on out, me and Dauntus are just going to show you guys exactly how overpowered we are for level 15s by going and challenging Grisbolt and Zoe. And we're going to show you guys exactly just how much damage we do and how quickly we can defeat Grisbolt. All right, guys, Dauntus and Ammo here. Let's do this.
Okay, here we go.
Oh my god.
Oh, dude, he's actually kind of thick, but we're clapping him.
Look at that. Already a quarter of the health down. Not even that. A third of the health down in seconds.
This is so crazy. This actually makes this so easy. This is awesome.
Look at that. Already.
Look out.
He's coming close. Oh, he's already almost dead. Shall we finish this, Dauntus?
We shall.
Finish him.
Boss eliminated.
And just like that, dead within 1 minute of gameplay. So guys, once you're done, probably the easiest fight you'll ever have early game, you and your duo just go ahead and unlock this fast travel and then simply fast travel back to your base. And from here, both you and your duo are going to go ahead and craft that Nightwing saddle that we went ahead and unlocked beforehand. So to do that, we just need to make sure that we do unlock the Pal bench, which is going to be at level 6. So go ahead and unlock that. But for that, we need some cloth. So an easy way to get cloth with all the gold that we previously had is simply to fast travel to the Rain Syndicate Tower and make your way this way to the small settlement. The small settlement is just going to be southwest from the Rain Syndicate Tower. So you can see I'm just climbing here. It makes it a little bit easier. And then you're going to kind of see some smoke west. So just follow to that smoke and there's going to be this kind of orange biome. And that's where the small settlement is going to be. Alright guys, so once you guys step foot into the small settlement, simply take a right away. And then you'll see this level 30 Wandering Merchant. And the reason why we want to go up to this guy is because you can buy the two most main important things for the Nightwing saddle, such as wool and leather. To craft it, you'll need 20 wool, so go ahead and buy that, and as well as 20 leather. So like I said previously, make sure you get those extra gold because it will come in handy in the future. Once you've bought everything you need from him, simply turn around and you will see a fast travel point. Go ahead and get that and go back to your base. Now, this is also a reason why we had the ripped heroes earlier, because as you guys can see, they're dropping metal ore everywhere, and during that time of us leveling up, we got 160 metal ore. Now, the good part about him is once we have that, we can go ahead and unlock the primitive furnace. So once you unlock that, the best thing about Ripped Hero is he's also a level 3 kindling. So he's not only going to mine for you, but he's also going to cook for you, making this super quick for you to get the Nightwing saddle. So guys, now that we have all the resources needed, go ahead and craft yourself that Nightwing and make sure you use your Lunaris. If not, this will actually take 1 year for you to craft. So guys, now we have the saddle, we can go ahead and throw our Nightwing and now ride it just as early as of level 16. So now you and your duo should both have the Nightwing with a saddle. And from here, you guys are now going to go to the Fisherman's Point where we can collect our first dragon egg to get Jormuntide Ignis. So guys, now that I'm here, I'm going to go to the location and it does take a little bit to find. So once I'm there, I'm simply going to put up the coordinates on screen and show you guys the path that you need to take. So guys, as you guys can see from Fisherman's Point, we went all the way across from the left over here, all the way till Beach of Everlasting Summer. Once you get here, this is where the hunt begins. From here on out, all the way till the end, you will see a bunch of eggs. And the specific one that you are looking for is a purple and black huge dragon egg. And don't worry guys, there's no specific spot for this, so you guys can get extremely lucky and find it right away, or it's going to take you guys a few minutes to find it. Now, don't forget to pick up every single egg that you see, because this will allow it to respawn the next time you come back if you don't find the huge dragon egg. So you and your duo just keep on scavenging for this until you find it. And as you guys can see, we have it right here. As I told you guys before, it's going to be very visible as it is like the biggest egg ever. And you and your duo want to be looking for this. And you guys really only need one. But if you guys want to test your luck, go ahead and capture 2. You want to go ahead and do the honors?
I do. We got it. Okay.
And from here on out, guys, you guys can simply just respawn and go right back to your base. Now that we are back at the base, you guys can now build yourself the egg incubator that you unlock at level 9. And the reason why we can build it is because we did defeat Chilla and as well as Grisbold, which gave us a total of 6 ancient civilization parts. And you only need 2 for this one. So once that's done, just go ahead and place it and you can start incubating the egg.
Place the huge dragon egg, and we are going to go ahead and incubate it to get ourselves the famed Jormuntide Ignis.
And there you guys have it. That is Jormuntide Ignis at level 16, the fastest you could ever get Jormuntide Ignis. And just look at how fast he's cooking these ingots. I'm telling you guys, from now on, you will always be using this all the way till the end until you can get him to a level 5. You won't need anything better than this. Yeah. So guys, now that we have one, oh, and he just flies down, but now that we have 1 out of 4 of the pals needed, the next part is pretty simple. It's just to get to level 19, but for us to breed all 3 of the other pals, we need 1 more pal, such as Quivern. So let's go ahead and get him, shall we, Dauntus?
Indeed.
And the reason why we want to get Quivern is because Quivern and Relaxorus, they breed Jormuntide. So we will now have the best water pal, including the best kindling pal. And I will also put the coordinates on screen for those who don't know exactly where it is. And I will also show the path to get there. So from here, simply fast travel to Icewind Island, and this is the path you need to take. Alright guys, so when you've fast traveled from Icewind Island, you're simply just going to make your way south from there. And then you'll kind of see this spiky mountain that you see at the top right of the screen. And once you see that, just go straight towards it. And there's going to be a little mountain before it. And you'll see a Jetragon statue right on top of it. That's how you know you've made it to Quivern's boss fight. And once you're there, gear up with your duo to get ready for a fun boss battle.
Okay, ammo, oh yeah, this guy's a ton of HP. We're gonna have to work together. Okay, and here we go with Jormuntide Ignis. He does decent damage. I thought he'd be better, but he's only level 10, so that makes sense.
But you guys can tell that most people would be struggling at level 16 doing this, but because of everything we got, this makes it an absolute breeze. He has a 6%. I'm going to give it a try because I have him facing backwards.
Yeah, go for it. And guys, another thing you can do before you even come in here is just buy a ton of Megaspheres. Did we just get it?
We got him first try. There we go.
Okay. So we did it, but if you guys do struggle with that, just make sure you come to this fight with a ton of Megaspheres. You can just buy them from the PAL merchants, and then great success.
So guys, from here, you're just going to want to go ahead and fast travel to the Eastern Wild Island and just make your way west from there down at the coast, because I completely forgot to mention that we do need a Mossanda as well as a Beegarde, because we need the Beegarde for the honey and the Mossanda to breed another one of the pals. Now, it's going to be right here, right in front of me, west. It's going to be this weird little island, and just make your way there and then go over the mountain, and from there, you'll be able to find a Mossanda and as well as Beegardes. So guys, once you made it to around here, you're going to want to catch yourself a bee grade. And the reason why is because you cannot get yourself honey from a merchant. So go ahead and just trigger one of these bees. And since you have a gun, it's going to be super easy, and you do have Megaspheres. So go ahead and just catch one of these, and then you guys will be ready to roll. And there we go, guys. We captured a Beegarde. So now we can go ahead and continue forwards to catch our Mossanda. And there you guys have it. I was just there earlier, and now there's a Mossanda lurking right here. So you and your duo just go ahead and catch them. They are going to be a little bit higher level, such as this one that's level 28, but that is because he is a boss. But it's going to be easy to kill with your new pals that you got, including the fact that we have Jormuntide and 2 of you guys with guns. It's going to go out with a breeze. But yeah, guys, it will be a 2%er, so it will be hard. But just go ahead and keep trying. It'll give you that 11% capture rate, and then eventually you guys will end up getting him. And there you guys have it. We just captured our Mossanda, and now we can start heading back to our base. So guys, one thing I did forget to mention is we do need to get to level 19 before we head to base. So as you guys can see, I'm level 16, almost level 17. So I'm just going to come down here and grind out a little few pals. And then once you're level 19, just end up going back to your base. And that's when we can start our breeding process. All right, guys, as you guys can see, me and Dauntus are now level 19. And from here, guys, you guys can just go to your technology and go ahead and unlock the breeding farm. From here, guys, you and your duo can now build it anywhere you guys desire. Just don't build it where the nodes were. And then from here, we just need to do one thing, and that's get the cake supplies. As I showed earlier, we got the B grade, so go ahead and you can remove now your Vixie and simply replace it now with a Beegarde. Once that's done, he will start producing honey, and all we have to do now is get the other cake supplies. Now you guys remember how we did the black marketeer gold farm? That's where this gold comes in handy. So now guys, all we need to do is go to the small settlement and buy the other cake supplies. The only thing you can't buy from the merchant is the honey, which is why we needed to catch a Beegarde. So guys, once you made it to the fast travel, simply slide all the way down here and go straight ahead to this red merchant. Once you're here, you will see that he sells everything that you need. You need milk, you need eggs, and you also need wheat. Now, bear in mind that you will need to crush your wheat with a mill, so make sure you do unlock that, which is going to be at level 15. So make sure you unlock the mill, and also make sure you do unlock the cooking pot, therefore you can cook the cake as soon as you have it.
Once you have all of the materials, go ahead and fast travel back to your base.
So guys, once you're back at your base, simply place down the mill and craft it so you can start crushing your wheat. And make sure you have your Relaxaurus in your pal box for this. So guys, as you guys can see, Jormuntide has almost finished the cake here, but all you need is 3 cakes so we can start the breeding process. So guys, to breed our first overpowered pal, it's going to be Anubis, and all we need is the Relaxaurus and the Celeray that we caught super early on.
The next breeding pair you want to put together is going to be that Mossanda that you caught from the mountain, bred with this Petalia, and that's going to create Lyleen.
And guys, last but not least, the last breeding that we're going to do is Quivern as well as Relaxaurus, as this is going to make Jormuntide for a level 4 watering pal. Alright guys, once you guys have bred all 3 of them, you should have a huge dragon egg, a huge verdant egg, and as well as a huge rocky egg. Let's go ahead and see Dauntus' POV to see what he gets from the incubator, just so I can show you guys exactly what you get from these 3 eggs.
Let's go ahead and cook them now and see what we get. The huge water egg is going to give us Jormuntide. The huge rocky egg is going to give us Anubis, and it actually has Workaholic. That's actually pretty sick. And the huge verdant egg is going to give us Lyleen.
Do you know what you call the dragon egg?
What?
You didn't realize?
No.
You called it the huge water egg.
Amazing.
With that being said, guys, we are now level 19, and we have all 4 of the best S tier level pals that are going to last you till endgame. We have Jormuntide with a level 4 kindling. We have Anubis with level 4 handiwork, level 3 mining, and level 2 transportating. We have Lyleen who has level 4 planting, level 3 handiwork, level 2 gathering, and level 3 medicine production. And finally, we have Jormuntide who has level 4 watering. Now guys, the main reason we did end up picking all 4 of those pals is because those are the 4 pals that you will end up keeping till endgame, and you have them as early as level 19. Now guys, this was Ammo.
This has been Dauntus.
And it was great having you guys. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.